You made so many.
The ADHD was strong with this one.
It helped with this.
From now on, this is my preferred mode of conversation. I'd like, because like having something to do with your head. Otherwise, like in normal talk, I'm just like, hi, hello, hi. I'm like fussing with like hair and everything, and it's bad.
Welcome to String and Tell, where artists get to talk about their actual interests while we make as many friendship bracelets as we can in 20 minutes. Then at the end of the show, you can own one of these bracelets created by my guest here today by visiting the link in the description below. And as always, 100% of the sales are donated to a nonprofit organization of my guest choice. I'm your host, Tawny Platis, and I'm joined here today by voice actor Crystal Lee, whose voice you may recognize from Always Brats, Neja 2, and Solo Leveling. She's also known as the voice behind Jean Grey in the video game Marvel Rivals. And today we're donating 100% of all bracelet sales to the National Association of Voice Actors. Was that the first movie that you saw of Michelle Yeoh's then?
No, the first one I ever saw was, I think she's in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That was mine.
Yes! Oh,
yeah.
I watched that as a kid. And it
same.
was amazing.
Mm-hmm. I asked for the DVD for my birthday. I think it was like 4th grade. No, I was younger. I think it was like 2nd grade or something. Yeah. And it was all I wanted for my birthday. It was just like the DVD of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
How did you know what it was?
Because of all the previews and all the trailers. Like,
Is that when it came out?
Yeah, I was really little. And it was like all of these spots on TV and the trailers and like the promos for it because they're doing like the press junkets and like circuits. And so they're showing these clips very specifically of like Michelle Yeoh and who the woman who played Jen, whose name escapes me at the moment, but that scene in the courtyard where she doesn't know that it's her and she's all covered and it was the first time.
I think.
What is it?
Zhang Ziyi.
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
I hope I'm right.
I hope so too. The comments will be like, no, like that's not her. Yeah. Oops. And it's when, she's stealing the green destiny and they're in the courtyard. And that was my first exposure to
God, that's so cool.
wuxia is the
wuxia, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I barely speak Mandarin. So
okay. I've been learning for 3 years and I'm terrible.
And you're probably better than I am.
No, I'm not. I promise.
I guarantee you are.
Tracy, my Mandarin's not that good. She can attest.
It's getting there. Okay, good. Hey, that's awesome. You're learning.
I'm trying, but
I should learn. Get more in touch with my culture.
With your culture. So you didn't grow up speaking Mandarin?
No, I grew up speaking Taiwanese Hokkien. So it's like a dialect in Taiwan. My grandparents mostly were taking care of me when I was really little. So that was actually my first language. My second language was broken Japanese because they also speak that fluently. And then English was my third language, but now it's the only one I speak fluently because as soon as I entered the school system, I stopped speaking it as much. And my parents they immigrated here and became citizens, but before I was born, but they were still wanting to practice English to get better. So we only spoke English at home to each other. They'd speak like Mandarin and Taiwanese to each other. Yeah. But to me and my little sister, they mostly just spoke English. Yeah. So we kind of lost our ability to speak. I speak probably at like a toddler level now, which is very sad, but I would love to get back in touch with it and like practice it again.
Oh, totally.
I know. So I've started looking at language classes. It was one of my New Year's resolutions to like try and do that.
Like get back into it.
Yes,
and, like,
get back into it and like be able to talk to my parents in it. Yeah. And my grandparents, while they're still here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. Totally.
But like,
No, you can get morbid.
All right. But,
no, I love that so much. That's like, not in that same vein, but like for me, it's like I just want to get like good enough so that it's like I can talk to like my family, and just be like assimilated and like a part of it.
Exactly. It brings a new level of connection. There was this one time I took Japanese classes when I was in college. Okay. And in one of the classes, it was like about specifically Japanese music and the history of music. And one of the songs, I learned it and I started like just humming it and singing it when I was back visiting home. And my grandma was like, wait, I know that song. And we like sang it a little bit together. It is the song known as sukiyaki in the States, even though it has nothing to do with sukiyaki. It's like calling Moon River beef stew. That's just what they renamed it because it came out in like It's old. I don't know
Yeah.
what decade it's from, but
Okay.
yeah, they ported it over from Japan, and it was like the #1 song for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. It was like a huge hit.
Yeah.
But they couldn't call it by the Japanese name because they didn't think American consumers would know how to say it. And so they were just like, pick a Japanese word. Sukiyaki. The song is called
They can say that.
Sukiyaki. Yeah, they can say that. They know what that is. So yeah, but it's good by, I think,
Yeah.
Sakamoto. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't.
Would I recognize it then? Is it like something that, because it was a #1 song, like people, when you hear it?
The chorus is like, Ue o muite aruko. No?
Not,
Namida ga koborenai yo.
maybe.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fun. It's very old. Very, very old.
Yeah.
But yeah, my grandma recognized it and we started singing it together. And I was like, I feel like I just made a core memory.
That's so, yeah.
In college. Yeah.
No, but amazing.
I
Yeah,
know.
no, it's amazing. That's exactly why. It's like that connection right there. That's
Exactly. So like
incredible.
imagine what if I could sing in Taiwanese.
Yeah. Even more so.
Even
right?
more.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Mhm.
Totally.
So yeah, it's one of the little items on my list from when I go back to visit.
Yeah,
Speak a
absolutely.
little more. Practice.
Definitely. That's so cool. I love that so much.
Thank you.
Let me show you how to get started.
Yes! Oh
on
my gosh,
this,
I'm
and then
so
we'll keep
excited.
chatting.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So what I like to do is I usually will like pick a focal point,
Like a
for the
centerpiece.
bracelet. Exactly,
Yes.
like a
Oh, I love that.
centerpiece.
So cute. I'm going to do the Pringles.
Do the Pringle. The Pringle is a good one. That
I
is a
love the Pringle.
solid choice. So yeah, I'll pick a focal point for it. Let's do this.
There's
This is
gummy
cute.
bears,
Mhm.
flamingos. This is amazing.
Yeah, and feel free to dig around in there too, because
Oh,
it's just all
thank
kinds of
you.
fun stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And then this is very important. If you lay it on the table, that way you don't
Yes.
everywhere.
And also good for sound.
Great for sound. Exactly.
I'm looking out for you. Ugh.
And then I will do the beads around it. So like,
Okay.
one on the other, you can add more charms,
Amazing.
choose your
Okay.
adventure. But
Love
that's just
it.
like the little basic 101 on friendship bracelets there for
Thank
you.
you for the summary.
Of course.
I haven't really made many friendship bracelets in my day, so this is...
You haven't?
No, not really.
Okay.
I guess I wasn't just... I don't know. I wasn't a very crafty kid.
Mhm.
But I wish I was, and I'd like to be a crafty kid now.
Yeah.
I'd like
There's
to be a crafty adult.
never too late to be a crafty kid.
Yes.
What, were you like an artsy kid though?
Oh my gosh. Well, yes and no. At first, when I was really little, like I want to say like 6 or something, or even younger than that, I used to draw all the time, and I would like as every kid does, like crayon, like doodles and whatever. And my parents would like hang up me and my sister's drawings on like the walls, or like we'd like tape them on the doors, like a museum gallery.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I was like, I want to be an artist, and my parents, being Asian parents, were like, artists starve. And then I wasn't very artsy after that, but I did still doodle in like school and stuff like that. I did play the violin for like 12 years,
Wow.
classically trained, and I still pick it up from time to time, though again, another habit that I should nurture to keep it alive. But yeah, I was kind of good, a little bit. I played in orchestra, and I really love that.
That's so cool.
But yeah, that's the extent of like how crafty or artsy I was as a
Yeah.
kid. Most of my time was dedicated to academic pursuits like
Sure.
math and science, just because I thought for my whole life, until very recently, that I was going to be an engineer.
Well, and that's what is so fascinating about your backstories, because like I know you as this like amazing voice actor. Like I love like your range is incredible. Like you have such a great
Coming from
resume.
you, that means like the world. That's insane. Because talk about range. But seriously, thank
You're
you so
sweet.
much.
No, it's true. And just everything that you've done. I love listening to you. I love your work. And your background is in biomedical engineering.
That's right, biomedical engineering. Yeah, when I was in like high school and we were all going like, oh my gosh, we need to apply for colleges and figure out what it is we're going to do with the rest of our lives. Like I mentioned, I grew up in a very Asian immigrant heavy school district. It was like 50-60% Asian.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the mindset around choosing a career is, choose something stable.
Yeah.
Something stable that'll bring you like enough money to live and like support you. And so a lot of the only viable career options that were considered were things like doctor, lawyer, engineer, classic. And so my hands shake. You might have noticed while I'm stringing, I'm going like, my hands are not steady. And so I was like, okay, doctor.
Can't be a surgeon.
Can't be a surgeon. Can't be a surgeon. I'll kill someone by accident. And lawyer, I was like, maybe, but I excelled in science and I really enjoyed it. Okay. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be an engineer. Easy, done. Mm-hmm. Lock it in. So I went to school. I studied biomedical engineering. I was on track to finish my bachelor's early, so I just started stacking on like master's classes.
Sure.
And so I was able to knock out an additional master's of engineering, MEng degree, with like one extra semester. And so I graduated with 2 degrees in biomedical engineering and then promptly became an actor.
Yeah, to go from that to voice actor, and then as like, weren't a theater kid, I'm assuming.
No, not at all. The closest thing I did to theater was pit orchestra in high school.
I was around it.
I was around it, and I loved pit. It was so much fun. I loved the shows. But no, I didn't act.
Yeah.
But I found it from like, it was like a weird mix of avenues that just ended up being really serendipitous and perfect, because I never thought to question that I wouldn't be an engineer growing up.
Okay.
Like I was very much of like a certain mindset, like being like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a boatload of money working in biotech corporate. Sure. I've got all the internships lined up. I've got my connects. I've got I've done all the studies. I've done all the interviews. I had a job, and I had a biomedical job in corporate. I worked for a massive pharmaceutical company for several years. But a couple of factors led me to realize that wasn't the thing that I wanted to do with my life.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know if God, I don't even know where to start with it. Like, also cut me off if I'm rambling too much.
No, you're not at all. No.
Okay.
Like what was, but voice acting specifically,
yes,
like you knew that makes sense where you're like, there's a lot of, I could imagine the factors and where you wouldn't want to be in that corporate space, particularly. But what was it like? What was the why and the what with voice acting? Like something got you there, right?
Yes, and thank you. I love that question. It's a really good one. I spent a lot of time convincing myself not to do it. So like the why was like, I spent the better part of a year trying to talk myself out of switching career paths.
Wow.
Because I still really value what my parents like also valued, which like
of course,
stability and like insurance.
Of course.
Great to have insurance.
Yeah.
And a retirement account, all that good stuff.
Of course.
But I think one of the big turning moments was during my master's program. I stayed an extra semester after graduation from my bachelor's, and all of my friends in my bachelor's program, they all graduated and went on to do other things. So like they went like moved back home and like started other jobs, or they started like graduate programs at other schools. And so I was really lonely. And one of the things that I remembered fondly from my undergrad was I really liked this one random acting 101 class that I took.
Okay.
And and that wasn't the thing that made me go, ooh, I should act. But it was like, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
And I had shoved that like way in the back of my mind. I was like, oh wow, I loved that. We're gonna pack that up. We're not gonna think that, and we're gonna throw that box way into the back of the subconscious. Because I had the instinct. I was like, oh boy, this might derail my life if I like it too much.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like that is like so. It was that stands out to be like yes. oh no, I love I love this.
Yes, exactly that feeling. Oh no, I love this.
Yeah.
Or I could love this at that point. I don't think I was like acting then, but I was very much like, oh, this could be like a huge thing for me. And when my master's program rolled around and all my friends were gone, I was so sad and lonely. And I was like, well, what was something that I really liked doing before this that I could just fill my time with? And I found an acting conservatory in Ithaca, which was where I went to college.
Okay.
And I just started going. And they were teaching like the Meisner program, which is like repetition based. Do you know it?
I'm familiar.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm, yeah. So at first I was like, what is this woo-woo stuff? I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it like broke me open.
Really? That was effective for you?
That was effective. It was the thing, like, I hadn't realized how much I'd been kind of just living on autopilot until then, like emotions wise. Like it's just, emotions and like saying things like I feel ... and like all of that kind of language and expression and capacity to feel isn't something highly valued in both, I want to say, a lot of Asian families, as well as in fields like engineering. You know,
Sure,
it's
sure.
it's a very like logic,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
You know, these are the facts. There isn't a lot of emotion involved. That's why there's, you know, a stereotype of like engineers or scientists being more emotionally distant or difficult to read. Or like,
Right.
it's like, you know, it's
a trope for a reason.
it's a trope for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't until that point that I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling things that I haven't like felt before. And it feels so freeing.
Yeah.
You know, and you just let it go after like a scene or you do like a repetition exercise. So,
Right.
you know, it wasn't like even negative emotions, like grief or anger or fear, all of these things. I was like, I felt like I could express all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I felt, it was like a breath of fresh air. And I got addicted to that feeling. It was like a rush. I was like, my whole body would tingle after a class of just being like, just doing repeating exercises. I loved it so much.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the end and slight beginning of 2020, which I think you know what happens, right?
That was so recent.
So recent.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yeah, and then we had a whole global panini. And so
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
Yes.
It happened like right at 22. I was like, oh, you're young. I know. you speak with such wisdom.
Oh, thank you.
And like yeah, I've been there.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll take that. But yeah, no. So I was really excited. During that time, I was thinking, oh my gosh, okay, so I've already got my job lined up. So in the meantime, in the months before my job is meant to start, I'm just going to have fun doing acting things.
Yeah.
I auditioned for a lot of student films that were in the making.
Mhm.
You know, I was taking that class. And then when the pandemic hit, everything got canceled.
Everything got
It was
canceled.
devastating.
Yep.
Devastating. This has not enough beads on it. What have I done?
That was
This
my
is
fault
so
because
silly.
I should have given you that little heads up.
No.
So what I do is I check with my wrist.
check- okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and
okay.
Also keeping in mind I have a very small wrist.
Oh,
I did it!
No,
I
it's
finally
okay,
did
it's okay,
it.
Is this the first one that like exploded
This
for
is
you?
the second one for me.
Okay.
And it's funny, I think the other one was also like more at the end of the day when I think my hands are like, oh.
I know. Listen, I'm fighting tooth and nail to keep mine alive. Like I mentioned, unsteady hands. Unsteady hands.
Well, I'm going to put that back together. But
Okay.
anyway, just to kind of give you the,
Oh,
usually I'll measure
Uh-huh,
like that.
yes.
And then when you tie it so the beads meet.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So I got to put more. Oh gosh.
that's part of the fun though, is them exploding because everybody does it.
Okay, perfect. Rite of passage. So mine is impending.
Yeah.
Ugh,
It'll happen. Don't worry.
it will.
Well, I think we've had, I don't remember. I think we've had like maybe one or two people that have not had it explode, Tracy.
And they're the ones who should be surgeons.
There's been a couple of people who did not, I believe, yeah.
It's rare though, right?
Very rare.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay.
It's super rare.
Yeah, that's impressive. Okay, that makes me
Those
feel
are the
better.
surgeons
So
though, you're so
they
correct.
should be surgeons. Oh.
I'm kind of glad it exploded though, because now I can start with my cherry as my focal point,
Ooh,
which I kind of
okay,
love.
perfect. You know, every Nat 1 is an opportunity for more fun.
Do you play D&D? Yes. I am so glad that you love D&D.
Okay, wait, hold on. That is actually a crucial part of this story.
Wonderful.
Believe it or not.
Get back to it.
Okay, so scene. The pandemic hits. All of the acting projects get canceled. All of my classes get canceled, and I have to be at home. So I moved back home to New Jersey, where I grew up. And you know, we still have some time before my corporate job starts. And so I was like, well, now how do I fill my time? All the acting stuff is gone.
Right.
And then I looked online and I found like calls for voice actors. Now there's two parts to this.
Mm-hmm.
One is that I love webtoons. I love
Aw.
manhwa, I love Korean webtoons.
Yeah.
And so when I was looking online just for like more webtoon content, I noticed that there were things called like fan dubs,
Yeah.
that people were dubbing these like webtoons. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. That's amazing. Maybe I can try out for that a little bit. It didn't connect in my mind. I was like, this is voice acting. Like those neural pathways had not connected yet. They were cooking. And then on the other side of this like hodgepodge of random circumstances, I was cooking one day, and then YouTube recommended me this random 4-hour-long video. And I was like, I'm not gonna watch a 4-hour-long, but okay, you know what? I'm cooking. I might as well just like throw
Let
it
it
on.
run.
See, like, let's see what it is. It has a lot of views, so I guess it's good, but like 4 hours, it's crazy. It's Critical Role
Critical Role,
2,
yep.
episode 1, The Mighty Nine.
The Mighty Nine.
Smash cut. I'm like 3 episodes deep, sat with my like tuna fried rice going, this is the best thing ever. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my introduction to D&D.
That's amazing.
I didn't know what it was growing up. I had heard kind of that it was like a nerd game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went, oh, okay. In my mind, I was thinking 8-bit arcade video game, like one generation up from Pong.
Like you heard game and you thought video game.
It must be nerd video game. 8-bit,
That's
somebody's
so
moving around a
funny.
little dungeon. No, that's like, so I learned what D&D was and how to play it from watching Critical Role Campaign 2. And thanks to YouTube's recommendation algorithm that somehow knew I would be a TTRPG nerd before I did.
Before you did. That's incredible.
So that was amazing. And they start off every episode going, we're a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, the fuck is a voice actor? That's a job? I looked into it. I watched all of their interviews. They have this great series called Between the Sheets, I think, where they talk about their careers. And my mind like exploded. I was like, you mean there are more options than doctor, lawyer, engineer? And so, yeah, that's like all these like things came together. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait, online like fan dubbing, voice acting. I just need a microphone. And I just started doing like buckets of research every day. I was looking on like different forums. There's a great website by D. Bradley Baker called iwannabeavoiceactor.com. I bought a book. I was going ham. And yeah, I just suddenly realized like, oh shoot, the world like has opened up. This thing that I really love doing that I was like kind of interested in could actually, people do that for a living.
Yeah.
Could that be me?
Yeah.
No, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I like money. I
always tell people, I'm like, if you like money, don't be a voice actor.
I know, right? Exactly. If you love money, maybe try other paths first. So that's why I spent like so long. I spent a year. This is like, so it's 2020. I spent a full year at least trying to be like, okay, you know what, Crystal? I'm talking myself out of doing it very seriously. I'm going like, you can do that, but like, as a hobby. Do it on the side. Yeah. Work your corporate job, be a corporate girly, make that bag, and then on your free time, go do like acting gigs. You can join a theater or program or something like, or group or whatever. Like there's ways to do this without changing the path of your life.
Sure.
And after a year of telling myself that, and doing more and more voice acting, like I set up, my mom has a walk-in closet at home in New Jersey. And so I set up like this ramshackle little recording booth in there. I was like auditioning for projects on the side. I was getting like so many reps in. I would listen to people's auditions that I could hear on like, there's some like websites where you can audition and like the auditions are public. Yeah. And I would listen to hours and hours and hours and hours of people's auditions and be like, okay, I like what they did here. I don't like what they did here. I can tell the difference between this person's equipment and that and whatever. And I was just soaking everything in, and like the work just doesn't stop. And so at some point, of course, my corporate job starts. I moved to Seattle. But before that, there was one class I took with a guy named Adam Kirshner, I think. It was TikTok. I saw like him, he was doing like, he did these cool videos similarly to what you do, where you're like, this is what I do for like commercial voiceover. And I was like, this is so cool. And then one day he was like, I'm teaching a class. In that class, it was a few weeks long. On the last day of class, he was like asking us like, what are your aspirations? Like, what are things that you would like to, do and see, like whether that's in this field or not? And I was like, this is April 2021. And that's important. Because he goes, I ask him, how long did it take you to go from like, starting voiceover and pursuing it to becoming a full-time voice actor? Yeah. And he said, 2 years. And now I was too new to know that that's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's an insane timeline. So
that's not typical
that's
for
not
those who want to get
typical.
into this.
That's not. No, it's not.
You tell every
No,
angle.
it's not normal. I didn't know that.
Do not have that expectation.
I do not have that expectation. I was too new to know that. But so he said that. You go, Adam.
Like, great.
But as soon as I heard that, I looked him dead in the Zoom eyeballs and I said, okay, it took you 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a full-time voice actor in 2 years. April 2023, on April Fool's Day, it's April 1st.
Yeah.
I touched down in LA.
Yeah.
I sent my 2 weeks notice into my job for corporate. And I've been full-time ever since.
That is so amazing.
Isn't that wild?
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is a wild thing of luck and
yes.
like, in addition to all the other stuff that goes into a career.
Of course.
But like, so, again, not a realistic expectation. I got so lucky. But that's kind of how that all went. Like it just kept ramping and ramping and ramping to a point where I was like, okay, like I think I could really do this.
Yeah.
Like I took out my spreadsheets and I did some like BS calculation of like, well, if I'm making this much right now, like doing this many hours of it, theoretically, if I scale it up, do a little Excel magic on that, I could like the full-time money would be enough to sustain me.
Right.
Theoretically. And yeah, my parents, were a little flabbergasted at first, but they have since very much come around.
Okay.
So I guess happily ever after, maybe?
No,
Who
it
knows?
is.
Like,
That's incredible.
I'm insanely lucky to be doing what I do.
Yeah.
I love it more than life itself. It's so cliche to say this because everyone does, but like genuinely a few years, like 5 years ago, if you'd told me like, Crystal, you're going to be a full-time voice actor in 5 years, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have sent you to like a crazy asylum, like somewhere, to be like, hey, what did you inhale? Like,
what are you on?
What are you on? Respectfully, like, yeah. There's no way, and it's just, I can't believe it happened. So yeah, that's the big long thing.
That's amazing. And no, I'm so glad that you said that too about like because you did work insanely hard, obviously.
Thank you.
You went in like with analytics there. You did the math.
Yes.
You did the numbers. You crunched the numbers.
I know, because that's
what I always tell everybody to do.
Yes. Very important. Because that's what it took to convince me.
Right.
Like why I came to the conclusion. The reason was that, okay, I had to ask myself what it was that I wanted out of my life.
Yes.
And what it was that I really, really valued. Because I was like, okay, I'm staring down the barrel of a 6-figure corporate job that'll keep me comfortable. It allows me so much freedom and stability. But what is it that I really want? Like, do I need that much? Like, do I need that much stability? Is a crazy thing to ask in these times. But like, genuinely, it was that question of like, how much am I willing to risk?
Completely.
And I just knew that the way that I felt when okay, not quite the explosion, but I knew the way that I felt when I was acting, and being able to tell stories, and the way that I felt in and like coming out of the booth.
Yes.
It was irreplaceable. And I was like, okay, I eventually realized I would regret it for the rest of my life, genuinely, if I didn't give it like a full-on, like pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, try.
Yep.
Like I have to give it everything, and if it fails, I'm okay with that. And I was very lucky. I had like a whole 2 degrees to fall back on.
Yeah.
So I knew, like at the very least, it was really nice to have that safety net of being like, okay, even if this doesn't work out, I still have another thing that I can come back to. It's not like it's not like the biomedical thing will disappear forever.
Right.
Go
exactly.
away. But I just knew like, if I don't give this my all for a reasonable amount of time to just like let it breathe and try it as a career, I will be on my deathbed looking back wondering like, what if I'd tried it?
Yep.
And I was like, well, I can't live with that.
Yep.
I can't.
Yeah.
So that was the big factor of the decision. And then like the calculations and stability were all the natural result of that. I'm like, well, if I'm going to make this happen, we have to be smart about this.
Yes.
We have to, because that's the only way it's going to be sustainable.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm incredibly lucky that it worked out. But that was the logic there. I spent so long trying to talk myself out of it. And then eventually I was like, well, if I'm going to go for it, then that means I'm going to like go for it. There's no one, not like, especially not myself, because it was myself for a year, can tell me that I don't belong here, or that I can't do it. Because the reason I'm here, it was like a conscious choice to put myself in the poster child of unstable careers.
Yeah.
To choose that. I was like, okay, this has to be like, I have to go at this with full confidence. And if it doesn't work out, then at least that's my proof.
Yeah.
And that's the result of anything that I did. It cannot be the result of what anybody else chooses or says or does, like to or for or like at me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, like other people's effect on my career has to be inconsequential. It all has to come from me, because that's what I chose to put myself through all of this.
Completely.
And yeah, that's, I don't know. I think I started unrailing logic-wise there, but.
No, you didn't. I mean, I don't know. I'm following.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
I'm another voice actor, and you know how the thoughts flow. Yeah,
exactly.
Makes sense to me.
Thank you.
No, I'm so glad that you mentioned that too about the luck part.
No, yeah.
Because I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you can go in with what you need. You need both.
Yes.
You need to have that planning and that analytics and everything. And then, but also there's so much to say about being in the right place and the right time and the right project and
the
all
right
of
projects,
that too.
the right agency or whatever. It can be like, there's so many factors at play.
Right.
That are out of your control, and you have to be able to live with that and let that go. Mm-hmm. And like, worry about what you can control and leave the rest of it, and just trust that your efforts will pay off, if you're doing good work.
Yeah.
And, easier said than done by
completely.
a mile.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good lesson that I also have to remind myself of. Like, it's a thing that you have to tell yourself all the time.
Oh yeah, because like, I mean, that's not something that's like done.
No, any number of things could not work out at any given time.
Completely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I always tell people, I'm like, you have to enjoy it while it's happening, because you never know.
Exactly. And enjoying the process too. I'm like,
that too.
If
in the moment.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think one of the things I like tell people a lot is like, you can love acting, you can love all of it. Right. But if your fulfillment is derived from the act of booking, this is actually not a healthy thing for you to do. Yeah. Because you can't control when you book. You have to love every part of the like auditioning. Well, not every part. Some parts of it can be frustrating. But like even the act of like auditioning and doing like, making your website, all of the groundwork of like putting everything together that you don't get immediate gratification for, that all has to be rewarding to you already, or if this is going to be sustainable. Oh, completely. Otherwise you become an anxious, desperate mess.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
It's sad to see it happen, but it can.
It happens. Yeah. Yeah. It happens all the time. Completely. Mm-hmm. Or you at least have to be okay. You have to love it so much that you have to be okay with that other stuff, is what I say.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? Every career has its like drawbacks and stuff. You have to learn what you can live with. Like, do you love it enough to tolerate the parts that you don't enjoy?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that part completely. Mm-hmm. Because there's always those parts of those any single job.
Yeah. So if you can live with the parts that are painful, then and that's worth it to you for the love and enjoyment that you derive from the rest of it, then yes, this is the right place. This is the right place to go.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
So are you moved here to LA from
Seattle? So yeah, I was born and raised in New Jersey, went to school in Ithaca, New York, went back to New Jersey during the pandemic, moved to Seattle for my corporate job, and then moved here. And now I'm here to stay for the long haul, I should hope. I really love LA.
Oh, you do? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's great.
I always knew I think I was going to end up on the West Coast. I've got like my family's like, yeah, Crystal, you've got like a West Coast vibe.
Got a vibe, yeah. What is it that you like about the West Coast?
Oh my gosh. One, the weather. I think I told you earlier, I have no circulation. That's right. None whatsoever. I get cold so easily. I've seen enough of snow to last me a lifetime. But in addition to that, I think the chill vibes, the more like casualness of it. There's a lot that I love about the East Coast. But I think like that hustle, like show up to work in a suit or like slacks, and like, respect hierarchy a lot. Isn't my vibe exactly. I think it's a lot, the culture's a lot more relaxed on the West Coast. I think because on the East Coast, you know what power looks like. On the West Coast, it could be anyone.
Right.
I think, and that's, I think, what the most important is. I don't like a lot that you can kind of predict who the powerful person in a room is when you're in New York.
Sure.
I think it's very different in LA.
It is, yeah. It's the basketball shorts.
Yes,
and
exactly.
The baseball hat,
demeanor, everything. I think the value also put on creativity,
right,
is huge in the on the West Coast compared to the East Coast. Not to say that there isn't a lot of creativity going on over there. Don't come for me. Still got a lot of pride in New York, but yeah, like I that's what I find I most enjoy about living in LA.
Yeah, just that more laid back thing.
Yeah, that more laid back vibe. Says, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure everyone.
So laid back.
Yeah. So chill.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is like from my understanding, because that is what literally everybody who moves out here says.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I can like just relax and breathe and like just.
It's so nice to be surrounded by creatives.
Right.
Like to be like, it really feeds your own creativity to be surrounded by people who are also actively in pursuit of like a creative dream. I know that happens a lot in New York, but and like the rest of the East Coast, I think, is a lot more oriented with like stability, family, working, like just keep your head down, do hard work.
Sure.
At least that's what I experienced.
Yeah.
And then out here, it's just kind of like, you want to start a business? Yes. You want to do you want to learn how to crochet a blanket out of pretzels?
The accuracy.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
That's so accurate.
The spontaneity of it. Let's go to the beach. Yeah. Run, I don't know, like along the thing and just scatter flower petals everywhere. Pretend we're fairies. Go back home, and then just like, I don't know. And there's palm trees. They're really cool.
Yeah, you like the palm trees?
I know, they're not native at all.
No, not at all. No. I was going to say they're such a hazard.
No,
they're a terrible hazard.
R.I.P. But yeah, no, that's just, I don't know. Like the day that I landed in LA, I think I remember like my roommate picking me up from the airport.
Yeah.
And I like just driving and I was like, the palm trees. They're so iconic, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, they are. I get it.
They're really iconic. So I was like, I'm really here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're like the vibes. Yeah, I know. That's kind of illustrative of it too, though. Like just
the palm trees.
Yeah, just like they're not native here. They're kind of a menace.
That's true.
But they are such a vibe, and for that reason alone, we keep them. I feel like the East Coast, way more practical, way more just like get those out of here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. They're doing nothing for you.
That is so accurate with the symbolism. I never thought of it that way, and it is so true.
It occurred to me just now. But yeah.
What about
Squidward?
That is Squidward.
I love it.
I think I found, where did I find him? I think I found him at a thrift store.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
That's one of the fun things about doing this is like we look all over the place for like these different charms.
I love them so much.
I'm so glad. They're very cute. We like them a lot too.
Yeah, they're wonderful. Okay.
How do you like the food out here though? Because I've heard people say different things like when they are coming from like the East Coast.
I think I'm spoiled because I grew up so close to New York that there was a lot of really good food. And especially in New Jersey, because there's so many Asian immigrants, there's really good Asian food there also. Coming out here, it's just as amazing, if not more. So yeah, no, the food is wonderful. The thing, my gripe though, is very East Coast specific.
Sure.
Harder to get really good pizza and bagels. I think it's a very common opinion. I've been lucky to find my spot for pizza recently.
Okay.
So I'll happily. No, I feel like a gatekeeper if I don't mention.
No,
it,
you don't have to. That's okay. We understand.
They're really great. But I'm also just like I'm also scared of running into people. So now I'm like, if I say it and somebody goes there,
somebody's gonna come find you.
Find me.
Yeah,
because I love that place.
Yeah, you gotta be safe.
I'm sorry.
What makes a good pizza then? Like as a New Yorker, what is it?
I think the dough and the crust. Like there's
that's what it is.
Yeah. There's a like it's not too thin or crispy. But it's not too like floopity floppity.
Floopity floppity.
Yeah, can't have it be.
That's an industry term.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Don't let your pizza crusts be floopity floppity.
No,
for the love of God.
You would never.
They can be a little like it is hard for me to describe. I think I haven't done my industry research on this, but yeah, I don't know the way that they combine the bead fell into my shoe. It's in my boot. There's a snake in my boot. It's okay. I will find it later. But I just felt it. I saw it go, and then I felt it, and I went, oh, it's a part of me now. It's coming with me. It's coming home.
Taking a little piece of the show home with you today.
Yes, exactly. Oh yeah. But yeah, pizza, bagels. God, it's hard to describe. Also, it's not that big of a drawback for me specifically though, because I have to avoid dairy. I'm
I get it.
lactose
Same.
intolerant,
Same.
and also makes me all mucusy.
Same.
So
with the job.
Yes, with the job. You can't be mucusy on the job.
No, I get it. I'm
So-
the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have anything fun.
No fun allowed in
Not
voiceover.
allowed.
None.
It's a terribly boring job. It's painful.
Yes. Oh my god! Oh, this is
What'd you find?
beautiful. I found these tarot.
Oh, I
I'll
love
make that for
those
the next one. I don't
ones.
think
Yes.
it doesn't really vibe with Squidward as much.
No, but they're super
But
cute.
they're so cute.
Yeah, I really like those ones quite a bit.
Gosh.
So tarot, like, are you into tarot? What made you pick that one up? Was it just because it was shiny?
It was shiny and pretty, and I see the moon on it, and I really love the moon.
You really love the
I
moon?
really love the moon.
Yeah, are you so connected to the moon?
I am so connected to the moon, and that's why I moved to LA. It's because a lot of people here is just so connected. No,
Right.
I don't know. I just really loved it growing up. I always went I'd spend a million years staring at it and just being like, "Hi, friend." So I always get very
So
comforted
cute.
when I see the moon.
Aw.
Tarot specifically, I don't know a lot about it, but
Mhm.
I love getting my tarot cards read.
Do you get your tarot cards read pretty often?
Not
Or,
that
like-
often, because I feel like the magic of it is when you're like, when you really have like a question and you're just like, let's see if anybody's got the answers.
Right.
And then you read into it as much as you want. But when I was in Seattle about to make the move down to LA, the
Yeah.
giant life jump,
Mhm.
I was at, I believe, a party. So random.
Mhm.
And this person that I didn't know had tarot cards
Mm.
that I think someone had personally illustrated for her, and she just brought them out to show it because they were so beautiful.
Mhm.
And then I told her I'd never had my tarot read before. She was like, how about right now?
Oh, yeah.
And like the reading had me shook because they were saying like, oh, let's see, financial wise, you're doing great. You're about to make a huge life change. But it looks like it's going to go really well. And I was like, okay. Like so generic, but also so specific.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I totally get
felt
it.
so right. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, she knows.
I
She
like-
knows my future.
Oh, no, completely.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I like to look at tarot like it's like a Rorschach test.
Oh,
Rorschach?
yes.
Rorschach?
Or I think, yeah,
Where it's like,
something-
you're putting the meaning that you're getting from it,
Mhm.
or like what you're seeing or whatever,
Yes.
that is you projecting that. It's like whatever's on your mind and all of
Yeah.
that. So like, that's why I love tarot just for that
It's
reason.
awesome.
I'm like, oh, it's flavorful psychology.
It is.
Psychology in a miniskirt.
No, psychology in a miniskirt is amazing. I'm stealing that from now on.
Oh, please do.
But like, yeah, I know. I just don't know what I would have done if she'd read it and been like,
You're about to make a horrible decision.
ruin. You're about to make a life choice and you're going to regret everything about it. You know, like it's going to be real difficult.
Yeah.
Life is going to get so hard. I don't know. I would have been shook. I would have been like,
Would have given you pause, maybe? Do you think?
probably not because I was really set on it.
Yeah.
And like I said, right, like all of the doubt, I like to say that I got all the self-doubt over with in that 1 year because that was all I was doing. And then after
Sure.
that, I was like, okay, well, if I'm done with this, then like, if I'm going to do
Yeah.
this, then like, I'm finished with that. Like we've closed that
Right.
chapter of like wondering whether or not I should or could.
Yeah.
I just have to believe that I can.
Right.
So at that point, I don't think it would have shook my decision and changed it.
Mhm.
It definitely wouldn't have felt good though.
You'd be telling a different story here today. You'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got my tarot cards
Yeah,
read once. and
I'd be like, this bullshit. I know. Come back. I would have been like,
That's so
I'm a tarot
funny.
card hater now. Because they were wrong once.
I love that so much.
Life is funny like that.
It is, though.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. It's like where we end up.
I know, yeah. Do you do tarot?
I do. Yeah, I actually collect tarot cards.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Okay, what is your like favorite set or like what is something that you look for when you collect tarot cards?
It's so because I am such an analytical and like science-based person. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
yes,
I'm
yes.
very just like, and I think that's just such a reflection of how I was raised, and I like rejected so much of that, like in the
Really?
like spirituality and like rejection of like actual science.
Oh.
So I grew up and I was like, nothing is real. God, there is no God. There is
no God.
nothing. There's no spirituality. Everything is instinct. And I just like went really hard the other way.
Wow.
And then like kind of balancing out of there was like finding a balance between those things of like being that way, which I am, you know, and then also being able to like enjoy the for lack of a better phrase, like the magic of life and having whimsy and like mystery and everything, you know.
Whimsy.
You gotta. Because that was what I missed in becoming that way and finding, you know, science and finding out like, oh wow, the Earth was not created in 7 days. I had no idea. That's crazy. So like I love to just be like out and about because bookstores typically will have like tarot, and I let the vibes take over, you know, and I'm like, oh no, I'm feeling something here, and I just let my brain play pretend.
Awesome.
I'm an actor.
No, I like
play
that.
pretend.
I like that though. Sometimes, like, listen, things work out in strange ways. Who's to say that isn't exactly what's happening and what's calling to you? I don't know.
Probably not, but I like to pretend. So why not? You know, and it's not going to the doctor. It's not going to hurt.
Like, you know, there has to be a level of belief and whimsy,
right?
In that the divine sense.
The divine.
Yeah,
completely.
I guess I shouldn't say divine. I'm not
at woo, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but I don't put so much stock into it.
I know, like don't make your life decisions.
No, God, no. It's something more. It's like, oh, if I'm feeling anxious, and like what they teach you in like therapy and different modules and stuff is like the wise mind, or you know, all of that. It's like simply again psychology in a mini skirt where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go like spend some time on myself by doing tarot or whatever it is, tarot or whatever little things. It's like, oh, that's like the quiet mind and the meditation and the distraction or whatever it is. Yeah, like,
again, honestly, like at the end of the day, whatever helps you process your life and make sense of the world, it's a good thing.
Completely.
In my book.
Yeah, you're not hurting anybody.
No,
you're still going to the doctor and taking medicine. Yeah.
So important. So important.
Do whatever is fun for you. Whatever's gonna work. Completely.
Oh my gosh, wait, these are like the ace colors. I'm gonna do that.
Ooh.
I am ace, so that's
so, I love that you found that, then you're able to make that. I took so much purple. If I had known, I would have.
We have plenty. Purple.
Do we have enough purple? I'm feeling like I'm running low on purple. I gotta stock up again here. Yeah.
I think there will be just enough for this one.
Yeah. What else is going on for you? What else is some stuff that you want?
Some stuff that I'm...
Yeah, because we talked about Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so remember how I said I love Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes!
Tabletop?
Tell me more about Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, I love it so much. It is perhaps my favorite pastime is playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That is so cool.
That tied with escape rooms, which is
another
love of mine. I truly think if it wasn't voice acting, I might end up in like the business of designing and beta testing escape rooms. I already do beta test escape rooms.
You do?
Yes.
How did you fall into that?
I honestly just like after completing escape rooms, I talk to people afterwards. My friends are really good at it, so oftentimes we'll like set a record or something, and then they'll be like, "You guys did that so fast," and we'll be like, "Actually, we could have we beta test." You know, if you're ever looking for people who are like experienced, and then
I love it.
They'll like take our information down, and like sometimes they'll call us, and it's the best. It's the best feeling of being like, yes.
That is so cool. How fun.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love puzzles.
I love puzzles too. I was just talking to somebody about that. Like that is those, like people always ask me because of the voice acting. They're like, oh, like what video games do you like? Baldur's Gate, which is great. I love Baldur's Gate.
But I'm like 650 something hours.
Do you really? That's impressive.
I didn't play a lot of video games growing up, or hardly any really. I can name them on one hand. Wii Sports Resort, and then Super Smash Bros. Brawl whenever a friend was having a birthday party.
Of course.
And that's pretty much it.
And that was it.
Yeah. So I just wasn't really in a habit of it. And then when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, I was like, Dungeons and Dragons? The video game?
Yeah.
I lost my mind. I bought a PC just to play it.
That's amazing.
I went to Costco and I was like, I'll take one Baldur's Gate 3 machine, please.
What will play the Baldur's Gate?
What will play the Baldur's Gate real good? That was legitimately the question. Like I would text
amazing.
I texted my incredibly tech-savvy friends.
Okay.
And I'd be like, what computer, and they'd be asking me all these questions like, what are you trying to do? Do you want this? Do you want that? I'd be like,
Baldur's Gate.
Literally, Baldur's Gate. Just, if it runs Baldur's Gate good, I want it. And so we found it, and that was the only thing on that PC for a long, long time.
That is so funny.
So yeah. I love it. I love everything about it. Like the acting is incredible.
Oh my God, the acting. Like I will just watch those cutscene compilations on YouTube of the Baldur's Gate acting, and I'm
all
good.
The time.
Like I have watched more of that than I have played the game. Because I love the acting so much.
The performances are transcendent.
That's the word.
Yeah, like
transcendent.
I learned so much from watching all of their performances. There isn't a single there isn't a missed beat, a missed step in the entire game, and it's so much content,
right?
Like millions of branching paths. They've thought of everything, and everyone has something to say about it if they're there.
Yep.
So yeah, I will be playing that game for the rest of my life. We did it. We found it. I don't need more games. I just need Baldur's Gate 3.
We're good. But there is one that you should actually play, though.
What is it?
Have you played Dispatch yet? Have you played Dispatch yet?
I have played Dispatch. I love Dispatch.
I am in love with Dispatch. It is
my God. I've been dying to talk.
I want to talk. Nobody's playing Dispatch except like my best friend and I play Dispatch, and nobody else has played Dispatch. It's huge. Which I'm like,
how are they missing out on?
Everybody's playing Dispatch except the people I know that I'm really good friends with, apparently. which I have bought Dispatch for every single one of these friends, by the way. That was everybody's Christmas present was Dispatch. I got everybody's Steam account and bought everybody Dispatch for Christmas.
As you should. That's amazing. Oh my God.
I am an evangelist for Dispatch.
I love that. I love that, as you should be. It's such an amazing game.
It's incredible. So, potential spoilers.
Okay, yes. Absolutely.
The only correct choice is Vizzy.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, we get along. We're getting along. No hate to Blazer. She's amazing.
She's lovely.
She's awesome.
She's a very nice woman.
Yeah. No, she's
lovely
wonderful.
lady.
But I truly believe that Vizzy is just the right
choice. The correct choice
for the message of the game and the story that they're trying to tell. It's so beautiful.
I totally agree with you. I'm much more shallow. For me, it was the scene where she had the dream.
Oh,
and I
really?
was like,
oh my.
I'm shallow.
She like a little spice. For me, it was actually before that because I didn't know that was going to happen.
I didn't either.
I was actually not really planning to romance anyone.
Okay.
The ace is showing. But the moment she looks at that leaderboard in, I think it's episode 3.
Yeah.
And there's this tiny smile on her face and she just takes a photo of it. I was like, I'm in love!
That's the one that got my best friend too.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love her.
Yep.
And yeah, no, at that moment I was like, I fear I must support my lady in everything she does. She gets whatever she wants. And if that's me, then she shall have it.
Yeah. Oh, completely. For me, it's so funny because it was, I wasn't not intending to romance anybody, but there's that one scene in the first episode where Blazer is kind of leaning over. It's kiss her,
and I'm flirting.
She was flirting hard. And I was like, no, she's inebriated. You're not supposed to do that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so I was no, pull away, and we're going along. Yeah. And I'm just no, because there were all these opportunities that pop up. I'm like, no, you need to be respectful.
Yeah.
So I kept going,
you just met her. Ask first, right? Don't just plant one.
And then it was funny because then Vizzy does come on the scene. I'm like, I look at my best friend, I'm like, can we romance her? And we keep playing, and then there's a dream, and I'm like, nope, full send. We're don't care about Blazer.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love
only
that so
Vizzy.
much. Yes.
And supposedly, what I had heard too is that the creators, when they were making the game, it was overwhelmingly everybody was Vizzy. It was the option.
Oh, I love that. No, it's very palpable. It's so perfect
good
for the story.
And again,
her arc, everything.
Her arc, it really is. You're right, though. Her arc really is. It fits perfectly. It's a perfect fit.
I love it. It doesn't hit the same if without the tragedy of the, oh my gosh, the ways I hurt you before I loved you. Oh God.
Oh, 1,000% completely. And talk about voice acting too. The voice act phenomenal.
Yeah, because it's critical role.
Critical role.
Yeah.
Well, and then I didn't realize that when I was playing it too. Everybody was recommending it, and it was critical role. I'm like, oh,
okay. I knew.
Critical role.
roll. Yeah,
Oh.
I knew Laura Bailey was in there.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to romance Laura Bailey. It is like
completely.
it is a gravitational pull.
It's a gravitational pull.
Laws of the universe. There's the laws of thermodynamics, gravity, and subsequent gravity. Laura Bailey.
Laura Bailey.
You fall in love, and it's a one-way street.
Oh, completely.
There's no going back.
Absolutely. 100%. That is so funny. I was so surprised with what I found out. So many people did not recognize Aaron Paul. That blew my mind because I was like, I clocked it immediately. Again, like didn't know any of the backstory. Just everybody was recommending this game.
I still haven't watched all of Breaking Bad. I think I've only watched like a couple episodes of it. I still need to watch it again because I really enjoyed it. But like, I didn't know who he was. Okay. So I was like, but that's okay. He crushed it.
Oh, he's incredible.
So, I'm not surprised.
I was just shocked that people like didn't recognize his voice because it was like that scene. I was like, oh, that's Aaron Paul, right? Aaron Paul's in this. And so many people were like, oh my God, I had no idea that was him. And I'm like, his voice is so distinctive to me. Like,
oh my God, really? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, which I thought was cool.
Well, now after Robert, I'll probably recognize him when I hear him again. Yeah.
Now you know.
Now I know. I actually heard, this might, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I heard in like one of their interviews that Laura was actually going to play Blonde Blazer.
Yes.
And then they switched parts, which is so funny to me because it just feels, it's so natural and feels so right. But like that told me a lot about like, in the casting process, it's so cool that can just kind of happen where like sometimes you discover like as you go and like, I don't know, even at that like caliber, you're just like, oh my God, like they're giving amazing performances, but there's something about each of them that feels like it belongs to the other. And for them to make that executive call of being like, no, you're right. We have to start back and do it again. I think that's amazing. I feel like, because that can't have been an easy decision.
Well, it happens so often. And I feel like it really does. Yeah. Like, and this is speaking
I don't
somebody.
see a lot of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, I'm not always privy to the backstage parts. But
so that
show up, I record, I go home. It hasn't happened. I don't think it has happened to me. Has it happened to you?
Oh my God, all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Damn,
all the time. To be fair too, though, I've also been doing this like voice acting since I was 6. And then I was on camera when I was 6 months old. So like this has been my whole life.
Hold on. Since you were 6, you've been voice acting and you were on camera starting 6 months old?
Yeah.
Wow! Okay, so did you always know you were going to do this?
No, because for similar reason was the stability thing. So it was one of those did it part-time. Like I was never a full-time child actor. You know, I was always like very, very local to San Diego and occasionally, coming up for LA, but not like every weekend or whatever. So again, like very local stuff. Like when I was 6, the first job was like at a radio station for like a little commercial kind of a thing, you know? Okay. And so it was always like did theater and it was always a part-time thing. And I was like grappling with that of like, do I want to take that risk of like, because logical, I'm like, I understand that like acting and anything in arts is very risky. So I was always doing it while I was doing other stuff. And then it got to a point where it was like I was getting so much work in 2016 that I'm like, okay, I can make this switch over because I waited for the income to
right, exactly, same, like exactly for it to scale up to the point where you're like,
I can do this now. It's good. Now we're good. So that's how I got into like I've been doing it for a long time, but and that's how I ended up doing it full time, and. So that has happened a lot, and it does happen a lot where you audition, you will go in and you'll audition for one thing, and even if they don't cast, like it's not always where they switch it, but they'll like be like, oh, you're auditioning for X, but we actually think you'd be really good in Y.
Yes, okay,
that happens constantly.
That has happened. Yeah, I'll audition for something, or like a lot of the times, like if it's a game with a lot of characters, they won't even have that many auditions out. They'll just cast based on what they got for like
totally.
Yeah, so like that's happened. That's happened. Yeah. But what hasn't happened has been like I began recording for a character and then like got switched to something different later.
Yeah. That's happened to me quite a few times, like especially on like big ensemble games, like stuff like that.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, where there's like a bunch of characters, so and especially if it's like a smaller studio game where they're having you do multiple characters, that kind of thing. You'll be going along and it's like, oh, actually that just happened really recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happened last year on a larger game, where it recorded all the lines for this character, and they listened to it and they were like, yeah, you did a great job and everything, but they were like, I think we need her to sound like this. We're going to go back and we're going to completely redo the character even.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or they've had a switch kind of like in that same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it does happen.
Like these stories, they live, they breathe, and they find who they are in real time.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
A lot of times, like, and so much of that is if you're lucky to be in that situation where you end up with a project where it's truly collaborative, because I feel like so often as voice actors, we end up in those jump monkey, kind of like do the thing. Yeah.
Like come in, just say the thing, they'll hit the button and be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Like this. No, like this, as opposed to like this back and forth where you're creating something together. And like for me, that was a moment recently where I was like, oh my God, I had that opportunity and it was incredible. And I'm like, I haven't been doing art. I've been doing so many commercials and so much corporate. I'm like, oh yeah, I started doing this because I love character work and I love art and I love storytelling, And I'm like, I need to do more character work.
Amazing. I am a bit jealous of your commercial success though. I feel like it eludes me more than character by a long shot.
Really?
Yeah. Really? I'm like and I wouldn't trade that for the world. Let's be clear. I love character work, but like commercials, all that money is good money.
The money's real good. Yeah. Not gonna lie. Well, and that's why a lot of times you end up doing that and then you forget and like, because that's what you're getting booked at and you're just like, you get, especially if you're doing cable and you're getting those like usage and the renewals and all of that, like it's wonderful.
Mr. Krabs here is very happy to hear about them residuals.
Those residuals.
Yum.
Usage residuals, studio fees, royalties. Yeah. But I mean, it's like, and I'm very grateful for that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there is that fulfillment of like the actual like character work that is just, that the commercial work feeds you physically.
Yes, it feeds you literally.
The character work feeds
and then
soul.
The character work, yes. The character is what we live for.
Yes. So it's been cool to be able to like do more of that in the last like year or so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and have like to be doing more of it lately. Yeah, it's been awesome.
So glad to hear that.
Thank you.
These are so cute.
Which ones are we doing?
I'm doing currently.
Oh my God, this is fun.
I've got a Mr. Krabs and like it's more of a color theme.
Oh, totally.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got.
That is so cute.
There's food. Actually, a lot of
this
food.
is coordinated beautifully.
Maybe. Thank you.
Look at that.
You got some chips. You got some hot dog. You got some fire extinguisher. Some crab. Not the edible kind. He is already
it's a little
red.
Spicy.
Yeah. But that's so cool. Did you find when you decided to do acting as an adult that your childhood credits and experiences helped a lot? Or was it something that you felt like was a past life?
I don't know.
Because I'm always really curious.
It's such an interesting question.
I'm always really curious when I hear from people like about people who've done acting since they were a child or like since they were really young. Just because like I feel like I'm from like the opposite end of that spectrum, like having done nothing of the sort until really recently. So yeah, I'm really curious.
That's so interesting to ask. Yeah.
Oh.
That's cool. Thank you. It's so weird because there's like the people that you'll see that like were like actual child actors.
Yeah.
And then you have like me who's doing like part-time local, and it was like the 90s to now. There's so much stuff that I don't have I don't have really anything from the 90s.
Really?
There's nothing there. There wasn't any way to save it, and it was part-time, and it, you're a kid and everything.
So it's kind of like it's gone to the ether.
No, no idea. Like I don't have any like I have so few things like from that time. So I think it was helpful in the sense of just like the training and the experience and everything, but like all the connections have been like as I've made them, and then it got to this point of that being at that age that I'm at now and having been full time for so long, where now I'm having those connections and everything is like coming to fruition. So it really has been like a 35-year journey.
Yeah. Having like it goes away a bit, comes back, and so like the value is in the experience. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that. I love that.
Business experience.
That's
that is
cool.
such a good question. Nobody's ever asked me
really?
that.
I'm shocked. No, that's one of the things that I'm always wondering. I'm like, what is that like, having had that like history of been doing it for so long? Like I have friends who have like played an instrument since they were like 3 years old. And like it's the kind of thing where they know it and they love it and they're good at it. But I always like, it's that wonder of like, where did the choice happen where this was your, like, where you decide this was your calling?
That's
or
a
like
good
if you
question.
go away from it for a bit and then like decide to come back, it's like how much of that is like when you consider the time that you've invested into it and like the connections and things that you've built through doing it, because you just do that. And like when you're a kid, you're not like consciously making those moves, but you end up as an adult with things that you could potentially work with. I don't know. It's scary.
No, totally. Well, and that's why I don't recommend people putting their kids in it professionally. Like people will come to me and they're like, I want my kid's like really interested in voice acting. So I'm like looking at like classes and stuff like that. And I'm like, locally at school for fun, I'm like, do not put them to work right now, because then they are going to be in their 30s and they will be working for 3 decades. And that is typically when people are trying to retire, is after 3 decades. They will be burnt out and exhausted. And they will have been thinking and having that stuff like, well, and then like that's in your head too, especially if you're contributing to your household at that age, that pressure and that knowledge.
Yeah. Oh my
too.
gosh. I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah. So I can't ethically do it. Like people come to me and I've always heard those people like talk about like, oh, I've been working since a kid and I love it. I'm so grateful. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're the exception to that rule, but like, that's wonderful that worked out. I don't think that's common. So yeah, like that choice thing there. And then, you know, if that's all they do, you're limited to that skill set. Like I'm like, acting has to work out. Right? I don't have any degrees to fall back on or anything.
Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, I am very cognizant of my privilege in that, like, I have so many options. No, I get it though. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like,
no, I'm saying that was very smart on your part to like have both of those things there. Yeah.
You know, smart. I'd say less smart and more just happenstance. It was. I was. It was very much the influence of my parents and the expectations growing up that I was like, oh yeah, get a degree, get a job, get a house. Yeah. Happily ever after, retire.
Right. Yeah. The way that it's like,
the way that
smart way is supposed to do.
Yes. The way that it's all like laid out of like what you're meant to do, what you're supposed to do. Yeah. The right way to do things.
Right. No, completely.
And it was weird coming to a point in my life where I was like, okay, what I recognize as the right decision for me is not equivalent anymore to the smart decision for me. Like nobody will be like, yeah, going into acting, smart decision. No, it's never a smart decision. It's a very, very risky one. But it was at the point where I was like, but it's the right one. Yeah. And I had to like that, learning that distinction was like a huge part of that, like processing. Completely. Like, it was like that dissonance of being like, my whole life, the smart thing to do has always been the right thing to do. Like
smart thing to do has always been the right thing to do.
And so it was coming to a point where I was like, I actually don't know that that's true anymore for me. Yeah. Was scary, but ultimately very rewarding.
Definitely. Well, and I think like there's something to be said about the way, at least America, I can only speak as an American to America, but like the way that everything is set up here is there's always a risk that you're going to get let go, or it's not going to work out with any job. Like we all have seen what the job market looks like and everything. So
yeah, I've got a lot of friends who were in corporate and like they've since like experienced a layoff or something of that sort. And like, it's scary because like it's a lot of them, it's their first one because we're all the same age and they haven't been working for that long.
Right.
But like, it's a scary thing. They're like, they're shook. And I was like, man, that could easily have been me. Yeah. I'd stuck around. There's no telling that I'd still have my job that I was at before I left.
Right.
So yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's a risky business.
Well, because I think about that all the time and I talk about that. I've talked about that with my, my close friends and I'm like, gosh, I get so stressed out. I'm like, I feel like I should go get some like licensing or certificates or like try, like I should like learn how to be a plumber or something. Just to, like have that like
real estate.
Something.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, look at everybody who did do that or has that and they're not having the necessarily like same level of success that you're having doing what you're doing right now. And I try to remember that when I get like scared, I'm just like it's all at this point right now, sadly, it's all kind of seemingly pretty risky.
Everything. Exactly. Yeah. Everything is a little shaky. And we are just doing our best to weather through it. Might as well do what you love if that's working for you.
Completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's working, keep going.
Yes, exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Do your parents have a favorite role that you've done?
I think so. I haven't asked them. I should ask. I feel like they don't keep super up to date with what I do. I feel like because a lot of the stuff I'm in, they don't recognize. Okay. Because they're not gaming or like watching animated shows very much. But they did know. was for the first time I was a character for the first time that they recognized last year, and it was Naja. And so yeah, I think that's probably what they would say if I had to ask them what their favorite of my work was, because we went to go to the theater to see it together.
That's so cute.
It was surreal. Like I was visiting home. And it had come out, and I think this was the first time I watched it in theaters, is when I went home to see it with my family. And yeah, like I'm in the movie theater that I'd gone to my whole childhood. And like we took a photo next to the poster, went in, and it was so much fun.
That's so cool.
I was very proud to get to show that to them. And they were like, Crystal, you met Michelle Yeoh.
Right. Mommy Michelle.
I know, Mommy Michelle. But yeah, so that's probably the one. It felt really good to have something where I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, because they've been supported since I made the switch. The checks coming in really helped with that.
Oh, I'm sure. Like she's okay.
Yeah, she's doing fine. Ooh, it is a real job. But yeah, it was that moment of being like, oh my gosh, she's a character that we like recognize from like our childhood, like folklore and like other media. And she worked on a project that Michelle Yeoh worked on. Like, it was like immediate, like boom, 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 like legitimacy in their minds of like, oh my gosh, and we can tell our friends about this.
Right. Yes, exactly.
So it was very much that.
Yeah.
So that's the one.
That is so cool.
Thank you.
That's so cute. No, I always love that stuff where it's like you can take like the family and it's like finally they can like really see it, because that's so true. So much of our job, like, especially if like you have like parents, like if it's like family members, parents that are maybe a little bit older, you know, you can't always like really show like, or explain how cool this is.
Marvel rivals.
Right. I feel like it's a really big deal, but they're like, okay.
I'm like, sure, what? Okay. No, it's exactly that. Though I don't know how much they understood what my job is, just because even after watching Naja 2 in theaters right next to me, where they're like, that's Crystal and that's her voice, I called them like a few months later because I needed help with a callback. Like I said, I don't speak fluent Mandarin, but this audition needed a few lines with Mandarin, like in Mandarin. They weren't like super long or complicated. Otherwise, I would have given up. Right. But they were like call outs, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure I do these really well. I want to work hard on it. And so I called them to practice. And they taught me the pronunciation, practiced a couple times with them, and I was like, great, I'm gonna hang up and we're gonna practice a few times more on my own. Yeah. Half an hour into practicing on my own, I get a call from my dad, and I answer. I'm like, Dad, what's up? He's frantic. He's like, Crystal, I just realized they're probably gonna want you to sound like happy or angry for some of these. You can't just read the words. Right. And I was like, Dad. Yeah. Dad, you're not gonna believe this. I gotta do this for the English ones too. I was like, you did it! You discovered acting! That's what voice acting is! But that was so funny, because like, he had that realization, and then he went, someone's gotta tell Crystal.
That's so cute. That's adorable.
Witnessed this whole conversation so you can verify that this really happened. Actually happened. I was like, Dad, yes, I know, that's acting. You've done it. You've cracked it.
That's amazing. That must be so, I don't know, like speaking from somebody who's been like doing her best for the last 2 years in Mandarin, I have so much trouble sounding happy or whatever it is, and then staying in tone.
God, yes, no, it's so hard. It is so difficult, because like in English you convey like mood with tone a lot, and it'll mess you up. Yeah,
yeah. Because my best friend is Chinese Taiwanese, and that's who I'm learning my Mandarin from with. And
good practice buddy.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. And I was like, because I was trying to do it, he's like, no, the tone's wrong, like that. And I'm like, well, how? But then I want to make sure how do you sound happy? And he went, right.
That is so funny. Because like, actually, yeah.
I was dying.
That's really right. Yeah.
It was so funny.
When you figure out, let me know.
Yeah.
I love love that.
He was like, you know what, Ma and Ba can understand you. That's all that matters. And I'm like, okay, good.
That is truly all that matters. That's so funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
But that's my struggle with it. Yeah. And he's like, you need to not be.
All of us.
That needs to not even be in your head right now.
I know. It's just like, but like, it's like my dad was like, they're gonna want you to sound happy or mad or like stuff on these. I'm like, I mean, that is a struggle. Do you have any? I was like, I don't know what. It was.
I am perplexed to this day. I think I will spend the rest of my life trying to learn Mandarin.
Hey, you and me both. You and me both. I've got like truly an embarrassing like lack of knowledge in it for having grown up around people who are speaking it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I can understand maybe like a generous 40% of what people when people speak Mandarin around me.
Yeah.
That's generous. But yeah, no, it's strange.
Yeah. I'm like I can understand my family and that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's all you need. What happened? Did I break the world?
No, the studio's haunted.
Hi.
It's not. It's hot, so our tape's not working.
Oh, okay. Dang.
It's melting off.
It's melting off the wall. I'm just too hot to handle.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, bringing all that energy in here.
All this chemistry.
So after you wrap this one, I'm actually going to have you do the lightning round with me.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Cool.
Lightning round.
The lightning round, the rapid fire round.
Rapid fire.
You made so many. We're going to raise so much money.
I'm so excited. I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that there was, I made enough. It would have been embarrassing if I was like, I finished all this and there was like 2 bracelets.
Yeah.
The ADHD was strong with this one.
It helped with this.
Honestly, yeah, it's really nice. I actually love this. Like, this is my preferred. From now on, this is my preferred mode of conversation. I'd like because like having something to do with your head. Otherwise, like in normal talk, I'm just like, hi, hello, hi. I'm like fussing with like hair and everything, and it's bad.
Oh,
So this is
before
good.
we do that
Okay.
though, let me do this one thing. So I don't know if you know this about friendship bracelets, but they're actually meant to
Certainly not.
be passed on into the world from like
Okay.
wrist to wrist.
Okay.
So I want to give you this one. I made this one for you.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so
It's beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. I love it. Oh my gosh.
I'm so glad.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And then, well, don't keep it. Like, make sure that you keep, like, you are wearing it, and at some point in your life,
Yes.
doesn't have to be tomorrow, could be any point, you'll know when you know. Pass it on to somebody else and let them know to pass it on to somebody else.
okay.
And then it's supposed to like connect you and like
That's
be this
really
like
sweet.
lovely little thorough line of people being connected in the world with like people who had some kind of fun connection.
I did not know that about friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna give you one. Okay. Let's see. With your outfit. Oh, I
yeah.
really think
Matchy
this is
matchy.
the
Well,
one
that was the one that really
recommend.
spoke to me.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
It really, the vibes are immaculate. It looks really good. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Boop. Okay. Oh, delightful.
And then the next thing I will have you do before we close our session today,
Okay.
I am going to ask you rapid fire silly questions
Amazing.
while you make a friendship bracelet, which I think you're going to kill it with how fast you're moving.
See.
You have 2 minutes to make a friendship bracelet while answering rapid fire questions. And then
Bring
that
it.
friendship bracelet will live here in the studio. We're making garland with everybody who has hung out with us here. And so you guys will all be connected here in the studio and it'll be on display.
I'm prepping. Yes. Don't mind me.
I feel like you're going to finish before I finish.
No. Listen, I'm a very competitive person.
Are you?
Which means, I'm my goal right now, I'm gonna tell you, is to make the longest one that anybody has made during a lightning round.
Okay.
And that is my personal goal. I will be devastated if I don't achieve it.
I have nothing but faith in you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, I've done my prep work. Otherwise, more of that would be cheating. Okay.
Any more would be unfair.
Any more would
really
be unfair to everybody else.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go. Would you rather have someone see all the photos in your phone or read all the text messages in your phone?
Definitely see all the photos.
Okay. Would you rather find your soulmate or your calling in life?
I've already found my calling in life. So I guess soulmate, but I don't
That could
need
be platonic.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or always feel like you need to sneeze but you can't?
Always feel like I need to sneeze, but I can't because if I have hiccups for the rest of my life, I can't do voice acting,
do your
and
job.
then I'd be devastated forever.
When you're going on vacation, would you rather stay in and relax or go on excursions?
Stay in and relax. I'm a very sedentary person.
Love it. Are you a texter or are you more into sending voice messages?
Oh, I do both.
Yeah.
I think I send voice messages more than the average person.
Baseball or soccer, if you have to choose?
To watch or to play?
Ooh, that's a good question. To watch.
To watch, definitely soccer.
Definitely soccer. Would you rather play football or basketball?
Basketball. I think I'd get squished into a puddle if I tried to play football.
Are you more into ebooks or are you more into physical books?
I love physical books.
I think I know the answer to this one. Marvel or DC?
Marvel! But both should hire us. Please hire me.
Please. Yoga or CrossFit? Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Yoga or CrossFit?
What's CrossFit?
You don't know what CrossFit is?
Okay, listen, I wasn't lying when I said I'm a super sedentary person.
Oh yeah, no,
I've
it's that
heard
weird
the
like
words-
tire flipping.
I've heard the words CrossFit.
Yeah, yoga.
Yoga.
Choose yoga. The
Yoga.
X-Files or Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I have not seen either. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't get to consume a lot of media as a child. I'm still catching up.
I will fix this for you.
Okay,
Don't worry. We'll have a
wonderful.
marathon
Do you have like a sub question of like 2 things to pick between?
Yeah, of course. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers? The same question.
Also have not seen those. I'm so sorry.
I will also fix this for you.
Oh my god.
Tamagotchi or Furby?
Furby.
Furby.
Yes.
Blockbuster or Hollywood Video?
I don't know what Hollywood Video is.
That's 2 minutes.
No! Wait, I'm not done. Okay.
That one, you may do one more beat.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Oh, orange rabbit.
Look at that.
Yes.
I love this so
Very
much.
good.
Look at all of these. We have to showcase this. I think you may have made the most bracelets of anybody.
Yes!
You're definitely up there.
That means I win. That means I win, right?
Have you ever seen Friends?
No. I've seen clips of it.
Do you know who Monica is on Friends?
I've heard of Monica from Friends.
Right there.
Me?
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. She must be pretty cool then.
She's very cool.
Hell yeah, Monica.
Look at all of these.
Okay, should I tie this up or do you tie it into like a chain?
You can tie it because we're gonna, it'll keep it together.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so.
And I didn't explode any.
You didn't explode any.
That's shocking, truly. I really thought I was gonna drop so many of these.
But did you not drop like, no, I dropped one, but you didn't
At the
drop
very
any.
beginning. Yeah, but no, I haven't.
You just had one fall in your shoe.
Yes, I've dropped countless beats. Truly an innumerable number.
Oh, yeah.
There's one in my shoe, which I can't feel anymore, so I don't know where she went.
You'll know when you start walking.
Yeah, and perhaps an ocean under the couch that you just can't see. There's so many I dropped.
No, we anytime like we leave, everybody, the studio staff is always like, it's just beads for days.
I'm so sorry. I'll
No,
help you
it's
pick
me.
them up afterwards. I promise. Please let me. I'll feel so bad. Especially like, what if someone slips and dies?
No.
Oh my
Don't
God.
worry about it.
Okay. Is it okay if I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. I love your videos where you're like, here's where your favorite character from this or like your favorite show says about you. If there's one that I can ask for,
Okay.
what does my favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender say about me?
What's your favorite character from Avatar: The Last
Okay,
Airbender?
should I have you guess or should I say it and then you diagnose me?
Is it Toph?
Close. But no, I do love Toph though.
Okay. Is it Sokka?
No.
Who is it?
Azula.
It's Azula!
Yes!
Oh, red flag.
Oops.
Red flag.
No!
Oh, she crazy.
She is.
She's crazy.
She's so cool though. She's crazy, but she gets shit done.
Mhm.
Okay. She only go crazy at the very end.
If Azula is your favorite character
Yes.
from Avatar: The Last
I also love Suki.
Airbender, you're the kind of person that we're really glad to have on our team because we know that we are going to be safe walking down that dark alley. And we're not going to cross you because we don't want to cross you, but we know that you'll cross other people for us. So good friend to have, and we're going to make sure it stays that way.
She did the thing, and it was amazing. Thank you. Also, yes, absolutely correct.
Was I correct?
Yeah, fully
always
correct.
am.
I'm like, you nailed it 100%. Actually, like genuinely, I'm like, listen, I have like my circle of friends isn't like, I'm not like a big social butterfly, but the friends that I do have, I'm like, you don't understand. I will kill for you.
Yeah, I know.
I will.
Because this was your favorite.
Nobody,
I knew.
if anyone crosses you, you let me know immediately.
Mhm.
They won't be there tomorrow, right? Like that's what I like to do. Thank you. You see me. You see me. Okay, that was amazing. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. This was so much. I had so much fun with you. It was amazing.
Oh my God.
And if you'd like to own any of these bracelets made here today by Crystal, head to the link in the description below. Every dollar goes to the National Association of Voice Actors. Thanks for watching, and remember, every bracelet has a story, and every story helps a cause. See you next time.